People always say like when they see me in person or they be get to know me and be like, yo, dude, I didn't know you smoke so much, bro. When you be working out all the time, how do you do it? How do you work out? And you always be getting fried. You always be high. Well, this is my philosophy on it. At the end of the day, everything is bad. You probably shouldn't do anything. But this is my philosophy on this. This is how I turn lemon into lemonade. Me doing exercises or practicing things under the influence of marijuana gives you a different perspective on it. And I'm not about to like get into a boxing match high, or I'm not about to like play a basketball game or a football game high. But to practice under the influence, I feel like it gives you more thought on what you're doing. You may overthink if you get high and you overthink, then it'll make you overthink all your movements. And if you think regular and then you smoke weed and it make you overthink and you be having a million different things in your head about whatever you're doing, that's a good thing. That be while you're doing this exercise, you're overthinking. You're learning more about this exercise because you're overthinking it. You're overthinking all the bad ways you could mess up, or you overthinking even a better, efficient way to do it. So you're always overthinking. That's a good thing when you in exercise. You know, it's other people that it's the other way. They smoke weed and it make them say fuck everything. I ain't overthinking shit. Fuck weed. Fuck everything. Fuck these bills. Fuck whatever's going on. This is how they escape their reality. So you smoke weed, relax them, and get the anxieties off. Like the other person who smokes weed and they get thought, this is the opposite. Now for them, they're doing their exercises or they doing this task, and they usually are hard on themselves. They usually are stressing. Now they smoke weed. Now they don't give a fuck who looking while they mess up a million times trying to practice this new move. Now they don't give a fuck if whoever is saying whatever. Man, fuck, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I mess up. I'm gonna do this shit a million times till I get this shit right. Yeah, everybody around me might think I'm high as shit. And that's why I'm fucking up, but no. If I wasn't, I'll just be fucking this up too. I'll just be being super hard on myself. Now I'm not super high. Now that I'm high, I'm saying fuck it. I'm gonna do this shit a million times so I get it right. So that and the polarity of that now. So this is when you're working out and you're always high. You might fuck up more. You might overthink it more. You might be a little bit more slower. Your brain might be foggy. You might be giggling more. Whatever the excuse is, that's in practice. Now you know that you have a match coming up. Now you know you have a game coming up. Now you know you have an opponent. You're not gonna be high. All that shit you was just doing high is gonna be way, 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 way more efficient. You're gonna understand it way more. You're gonna know like I'm not high. It's a difference. If you ever like just do something, anything, just do a daily chore high. Do it high. And you might say, just sweeping. I'm sweeping the floor high. I might miss a couple little spots of dust. Like, go fuck. I'm sweeping. I'm doing what I gotta do. Now I'm not high, and I have to be serious. Like a girl about to come over. Oh shit! I gotta really clean this joint serious. I'm not high. I'm going to do that job even better than I usually do it as a daily task when I'm high. This is a daily thing I sweep when I'm high. Now that I'm not high, I'm gonna be way more efficient and way more professional at doing this. So the same thing with, I believe, with like football. Now, during practice, physical practice in football, because I played football in high school and college, play free safety. Uh, when doing like physical activity in football, I didn't smoke no weed. I didn't smoke no weed at all until college. But for doing film and actually studying and theory and the logic of football and and then plays and stuff, man, I got high. I got high and I enjoyed it. I asked a million questions. I goofed off and I understood it more. So when it was time to my adrenaline kick in and I'm not high, I was like on top of that shit for real. So that's where I got that philosophy from. And now I put it into martial arts because I this is really boxing, but it's really martial arts. Any type of combat is a martial art. You're learning an art form. You throwing your punches, you throwing your kicks, you physical any physical movement is it's an art. Don't nobody move like you. You only move like yourself. So yeah, man, I be I smoke a lot of weed. I smoke a lot of weed and work out and do my stuff. Only time I don't smoke weed is when I do like outside workouts because I don't want the wrong person to I don't want the wrong little kid or person to see me doing that and get the wrong idea of working out. Like, damn, he works out and smoke weed. It must be easy, or have less respect for working out because they see me doing it. So I don't really smoke weed and work out outside. But in the house, I'm lighting up an L and I'm working out. And with the whole just smoking weed and just saying fuck it, you really smoke some weed and look up and be like, damn, I just did a fucking 100 pull-ups. High as shit, I didn't even know this, but I know this. So yeah, and what else? So I'm not making an excuse up for me smoking at all. I'm not making an excuse up for it. It's definitely bad. It's definitely cons with me smoking and working out because I'm putting more tax on my lungs. I'm putting more tax on my heart. I'm putting more tax on my blood. Conditioning, cardio. That's all. Smoking weed is taxing on all of those things. But at the same time, and I shouldn't use buts because I don't like when people say but to me because it's like basically saying an excuse. Like everything I just said is just thrown out. So I'm gonna just stick with the cons. Yeah, that's a con of cardio, heart. Even if you're not that disciplined as I am, and I'm not saying like I just woke up super disciplined, but if you like, you just beginning to smoke weed, or you just beginning trying to learn a new skill, I don't advise you just smoke and do it. If you don't have that discipline that built up yet to do it. Like when I was just an electrician in school, I smoke weed like every chance I got before I went to school, and before I get around people, I smoke. I'll be trying to smoke to cool me down before I'll blow a fucking gasket in my head. But I got a best student or best class and got all A's, and I got high all the time. But when the test came, I didn't get high, and I would be so serious, and I'll be able to pull up information way much more faster and quicker, and my thoughts more clearer. So it was a benefit, but it's a con on your physical stuff, your cardio and your physical health. But yep, mentally it's good. But a con to not smoking, and I was just telling somebody this. This is the con to not smoking though. Now, you taking boxing serious. yo, man, you shouldn't be smoking when you boxing. You should take this serious. This is a serious thing. Da da da. Okay, now I'm taking this practice. I'm taking this training serious. Serious. It's kicking my butt. It's kicking my butt. So, in reality, in a metaphor, practice is an obstacle. It's a big hill that I have to overcome because I'm taking it serious like I would take the match, actual match serious. So it's a obstacle, a huge obstacle. Like a match will be a huge obstacle because I'm taking both of them serious. I'm not smoking weed. I'm focused. I ain't doing nothing. I'm taking that shit serious. Now, when this obstacle that I never came across before, like I came across practice, I come across this big ass hill all the time because this is how I practice. I take it serious. So this is a hill that I'm used to, even though it's going to be difficult. I'm used to it. Now this new match I'm about to have against my opponent, this is a new match. This is a new test. This ain't no same practice. Even though I take practice serious just as I take this test, it's not nothing. This is new. This is a new test. Cool. So now I get into this real test. I done been practicing serious up this same obstacle every day, the same difficult obstacle every day. Now I get my test. And the test is 50 question test. And only two questions on this test I can apply my practice I just was learning and was repping. Only can apply to 2 questions on this test. The rest of the questions is about everything in the entire globe aspect of things. Like only can apply only two hills in this obstacle course is like that difficult hill that I just was practicing on. Only 2 hills. It's 50 hills. So it's like, the fuck? Now, I do them 2 hills like that I practice like. I get to these new hills. I'm back at square one. I don't know if I'm going to do this. Am I going to, I don't know, because this is a new test and I'm taking it serious. I'm taking this even more serious than I took my practice. Am I really telling myself this is the right way to do it? Am I telling myself after I make a mistake, damn, was all this training I'm doing, was it in the way? Why isn't this, I just was training, taking it serious, why isn't it working on these hills? I've been doing all this and this, why isn't it, all these questions I don't need to be asking myself during the damn match, a real match, going up these hills. I do not need to be making no type of question. I can't. So it's like you're back at square one. You have to test yourself, and you have to. You never know. You never know. Now, the guy that smokes weed, he is testing himself. He is crashing out in practice every single day. He crashing out in practice, going up these obstacles every day. He crash out going up these obstacle courses every day in practice that other people think, yo, he must be under the influence. But they really don't know. Yeah, he's under the influence, but he keep crashing out on all these obstacle courses because he's thinking of other ways, creative ways to go up this obstacle course. Every day that he be practicing, he's thinking of creative, more creatively fundamental ways to do this obstacle course. He's crashing out. You might see him laugh after he crashed on the obstacle course. You might see him get frustrated and sit there and think. But he is finding a million different ways to get up that obstacle course. So now when he not high and he getting his test, You just thought 50 million ways to get up this obstacle course, and on the obstacle course, it was only 20. It was only on the practice obstacle course. He only had 2 hills that he was using. On the real test, those 2 hills is only applied to 2 questions on the test. He been practicing of 50 million different ways in different outlets on those 2 hills during practice that he can apply that all of those crash outs to every single question on the test. Now he can apply all those crash. He know how to crash out. He know how to fall. His mind is way more sharper now because he's serious. I ain't smoke. I'm serious. I'm about to crush this test. These niggas think I'm playing. Oh, excuse my language. These people think I'm playing. I'm about to cook. I'm about to cook these. These boys think I'm. Y'all think I'm the fuck playing. Okay, yeah. I smoke too much weed. Okay, I ain't the fuck side today. I ain't high today, champ. I ain't high today. I ain't high today, champ. I ain't high today. I ain't high today, young swag. I ain't high today, young Swaggy. I ain't high today. God is too good, y'all. I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say, man. It's all from God. I ain't get none of this from no research. All from the Most High. All from experience. And God only allows me to get the experience. Seriously. And it's all from experience, man. So please don't be thinking, oh, girl, according to the scientific encyclopedia of Webster's Dictionary, it says that this is wrong. According to my experience with my life, you're wrong. I don't want to hear none of that shit, young swag. From me to you, man. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Cecily.